Come on.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Okay.
I told you I was going off the dome, man. Like, like before they made YouTube, they used to call me. Then I fell back. And I saw your list last night. You had that Nelly Sweat suit, right?
No, I had the same, but I didn't want to.
You're gonna have females come up in there a whole lot too.
Well, we'll play a card in and see.
So we finna go ahead and start this off the right way.
The hump day is Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and
Yes, sir.
everybody is in their full swing with their full emotions today. We are talking ghostwriters, the great ghostwriter debates, and we are featuring King Controversy. Sean,
Look how he smiles. You said that.
Don't do me like that.
Yeah, he had a smile. Like, don't brag on me. Don't brag on me.
Hey, he had to own it though. Me and Sean went back and forth about ghostwriting before, and I knew when we had this topic, it was one to talk about because I didn't know about ghostwriting to the level that I've learned about it, even preparing for this show. I'm always a person who believed that just because you have a ghostwriter, you can still be great. But I dug into finding out how much of a controversial topic this was, and then just different levels of it. So when I knew we would do this topic, I knew exactly who to call, the Ghostbuster.
Yes, sir.
Shad, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about more of who you are.
Just Shabby, Palmetto Prince, what they used to call me back in the day. Used to do a little music around here. Had a couple of podcasts, Honest Dialogue. We about to get that back running up. And I'm about to start back the Red Cup Chronicles. So that's what it is.
Nice.
Awesome. That is true. I forgot you have your podcast. We definitely follow it. We've subscribed to it from the Conversation That Suits podcast. So again, everyone like, share, and subscribe. Red Cup Chronicles. I'll tag it and post it on there. Also like, share, and subscribe to Conversations That Suit. You can find all of us on YouTube and go back and see previous shows as well as other shows. So you all already know Herc and
Usual suspects.
So we are going to jump right into it. I am going to ask you all, guess first, what is a ghostwriter?
Me?
And who would be you?
Oh, okay. To me, a ghostwriter is somebody that writes your lyrics. I wouldn't just dedicate it to maybe a hook or something like that, because you might be doing a feature with somebody and they might come up with the hook or something like that. But me, it's more writing your verses and reference tracks and getting paid for it. You actually can be put in the credits. That kind of changed over time. Before it was more so you get paid behind the scenes, you just get a flat fee. But now it started about maybe in the mid 90s when rappers started getting publishing off of it. Like Nas isn't credited as a ghostwriter for getting jiggy with it. He gets publishing off it. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, if you got reference tracks and somebody's writing your 16s, you got a ghostwriter. That's a ghostwriter.
So if they write the whole 16.
Yeah, if they write your 16s, hooks, I'll let that slide. But if somebody's writing your verses and you getting reference tracks, you have a ghostwriter.
You letting that hook slide?
No, I'm letting hook slide because artists sell songs. Like Neo's song, make you feel better with Fab. That was Neo's song first, and Fab bought it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to let that slide. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of songs like that.
So if I'm writing a verse and I get to 14, and I gotta call you for like this two of the bars. Are you a ghostwriter?
If you gotta call me for 2 bars,
for 2 bars,
Yeah.
out of the 16. So you ghostwritten my whole shit if you get 2 bars?
nah, I wouldn't say that because hurt. You gonna get hurt right here. You gonna get hurt right here because I got to come up for my man Nas. Cormega gave him lines on affirmative action. He gave him the hellfire. You know what I'm talking about. If I go, I can't remember.
Bit the bitch divorce me. I be flooded
Yeah,
with ice.
Cormega gave him that line. I wouldn't call that ghost, right? Yeah, Cormega gave him that line. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I never knew that. So I mean, you might be lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You know, Nas my favorite of all time. Nas my favorite of all time.
Nah, I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? But 2 lines, nah, I wouldn't say that.
But Herc, you saying that's a ghostwriter for 2 bars?
Nah, I wouldn't. Oh, all right.
No, I was being funny. I think it's a little bit deeper than 2 bars. I think anything past the 8 or the 9, like you really just use your name. You see what I'm saying? Like that's and my thing is this. How much chink does that place in your armor from a scale of 1 to 10 if you had at least 3 songs ghostwritten for you and you consider it great? How much of
3 out of how many?
Huh?
3 out of how many? Because if I got 100 songs, and somebody supposedly ghostwritten 3 of them, but you say a whole 16, that's less than 10% of what the shit I'd have done.
But you
can't consider yourself a great.
I can't.
I'm asking the question.
Me personally,
you can't talk about you're great and got ghostwriters, man. Like
so the Mount Rushmore because your boy had a ghostwriter.
Who?
Shout out to Mace Facts that your boy had ghostwriter.
Who? Nas?
Somebody said Mace wrote a story to tell.
No,
nah, Mace has a story to tell. Yeah. Mace is a ghost writer, but nah. If me and Herc was right, if I was writing a song, right, and me and Herc in the studio, and Herc over there freestyling or whatever, and he like, man, I ain't gonna use that, and I take a line from, I'll be like, yo, you cool if I use that line? That's not ghost writing.
That's just
nah. If we in the studio and you say you're not gonna use the line, you like, nigga, you can have that. That's not ghostwriting. You feel what I'm saying? Like Cormega and Nas.
Like Jay said, high school crossover, wave the way picks. Game ain't the same. Gave away hits.
Yeah. That's
I get that.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was J-Ho's song.
Yeah. Like what's the name was Jay's song? I mean, was Ja Rule's song? Can I Get Her? That was Ja Rule's song, and he gave it to Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But he gave a song to Jay-Z. He didn't get a whole first verse to Jay-Z. He didn't write the verse.
Nah, but he came up with the concept and the hooks of the song.
The concept, the verse that Ho put on that track was not ghostwritten by Ja Rule.
But
no.
That's what you were saying when you said hooks and different things don't count, but the lyrics do. So it is something different with the ghostwriting thing because, like I was telling you before we came on, DJ Envy made a comment because Tyrese came on the Breakfast Club a while back, and Tyrese said that newsflash, hate to break y'all's hearts, but most of your favorite rappers have ghostwriters. And DJ Envy said you can't be in the top 10. You can't be number 1.
Yeah, you can't
have a ghostwriter, and that is one of the most controversial parts of hip hop is that if you've had a ghostwriter, you can't be number 1, or top 10. Which, if you take people out that have ghostwriters, then your top 10 changes. But how do you validate any of that?
My top 10 don't change.
Oh shit.
So
it don't.
Yeah, man, that's because you say he had a ghostwriter when I'm taking him out of my list.
That's true.
No. What I'm saying is, I know both of y'all from my initial show said that Wayne was in y'all top 10. And
Wayne's not my top 10.
I said Currency wrote at least an album and a half for Wayne. And Gilly the Kid wrote the other album and a half. And then we have Lil Wayne, who's got a little bit of everybody in him.
Wayne is like right.
Is Wayne considered when he was making his case greatest rapper alive, or is he, You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wayne, I think he was like right outside my top 10, but he might have been right up in there. The Gilly, I think Gilly said he came up with schemes and stuff for Wayne. I don't know if he actually said he wrote for Wayne. Currency, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I never heard it.
He was
Yeah, I mean, I never heard it.
He never heard it. Calm down.
Huh?
I mean, I heard about Gilly. Yeah, I heard about Gilly, and you know they had their whole beef, and I think Gilly came out and said he just showed him how to change up patterns and use different schemes and stuff like that. The Currency, was he on Cash Money?
Yeah,
he was on Cash Money. I mean, I could.
You ask where the cash at? Where the cash?
Yeah, you right. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but Wayne is like outside of my top 10. It's like barely. I mean, I can't. The man did so much. I mean, he's right there, but he's not in my top 10.
I was replying to one of the people who put a comment in, and a story to tell said, I asked about Mace, and he said Mace wrote 80% of No Way Out, and he wrote Biggie's I'm Coming Out.
I'm Coming Out. That he didn't write Biggie's I'm Coming Out. That's the song with More Money, More Problems. He didn't write that. Yeah. What happened with that song, they did the song, all three of them together, and they didn't know whose song it was going to be. And after Biggie put his verse down, that's when they decided to give it to Big. That's how that's. So he wrote Mace. Mace wrote him and Puppy verses, and Mace was working on his album at the same time. And after Big laid his verse down, Puff was like his Big verse was so fire, they decided to give it to Big. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He said, if somebody is writing your bars, you have a ghostwriter, but beats and hooks don't count.
I agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of times, Herc done been around. Y'all know a little bit. A lot of times, producers like Pharrell will come to you with an idea for a song, a hook. He'll actually come with a flow that he wants you to use on a song. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's different. But if somebody's coming to you like Jay-Z did for Dr. Dre with reference tracks, and you just basically repeating verbatim and adding your little swag on it, that's ghostwriting. Like, there's no way around that.
We get what Kendrick and M did for Dre. Dre's not claiming to be
the
God in the or
Diddy isn't either. Diddy openly says, I don't worry about if I write lyrics, I write checks.
I write checks. Exactly.
But Kanye openly says he's the greatest ever. And he got a whole writing team.
He sure does. Kanye definitely has ghostwriters.
He has a whole writing team.
Kanye is to hip hop what Prince is to R&B. Like, no, seriously, he's that weird. It's weird, but at the same time, it's a lore. It's a certain allure to it, and at the same time, when it grab you, it's a different way, but it's infectious. Like, that's why I give Kanye. Like, I don't mind him pushing the envelope because that's what he came out for day one, and he got 3 classes at least, whether we like it or not.
I tell people all the time, Kanye's first 4 CDs might be the best first 4 solo CDs from an artist. Even though, you know, he got ghostwriting and stuff, but just as a listener, them first 3 or 4 joints is, you can't mess with those.
I'm not arguing with that.
They had a big controversy with Drake because when Drake, Rico, that Meek Mill did, he called all that stuff out, but he talked about Drake having ghostwriters with all the stuff that Drake had going on, and Drake, you know, tried to come back out and debate it, but they even say back to back where he wrote, you know, going back at Meek Mill had a ghostwriter.
That's probably true.
That's what the person said. They sat there and watched the boy write the thing himself. Meek came in the room and they watched him write on his BlackBerry because he don't write, he uses a fucking phone. So I mean, this is where it gets controversial for me. I'm a believe what you said when this man said something else, which goes back to the thing we talking about earlier, Shy, when niggas are like, M done had ghostwriters, but M said, I've never used a ghostwriter a day in my life. But you got other people saying, now you use it on your mixtape. I've never heard of Eminem mixtape.
I never heard of Eminem mixtape.
I've never heard of Eminem mixtape.
I never heard of mixtape.
But you got people saying he used ghostwriters. How are we supposed to discredit more than one person saying it?
Okay, I want to go a bit deeper.
I need proof. They got to show me some proof. It ain't hard to find proof these days. It's not.
My next question: why are rappers held to this standard and nobody else in any industry is?
because rappers are self-proclaimed. You don't hear too many people in R&B saying, I'm the R&B god. Somebody pretty much claimed of that. We gave Mary J. the queen of R&B. Rap is so egotistical where the fad or the verse or the line is what's in. So it's so easy to claim that title. Nobody's saying R&B, I got the best silk shirt, or I made the most expensive silk shirt. So with that ego comes the nut hanging, the braggadocious, and you gotta. It's more competitive in hip hop.
Their credit, because in a rap song, it's supposed to be your autobiography. You're telling me about your life. But if I'm telling you on this rap song and you listen to me like, dang, Chris always talking about street life. Yeah, but Shaw wrote it. I actually listened to
it. But that's my thing though. If I tell Shad my life story, but the way he not depict a story, it's gonna sound better on the album. Why can't he write it for me and I spit it? It's still my experiences that I told him about. Why can't he just make it sound better for a record?
But the thing with that, I can. But you can't go. I can, but you can't go around and say you the best rapper.
That's all I'm saying.
All the people who say they the best rapper is who we got a problem with.
You might be the best.
So anybody else rapper, he don't care. He never said I'm the best. We don't care.
If you not claiming to be a top 10 or GOAT, I don't care. You could be around here, be French Montana. I don't care.
Say it again, bro. Say it again, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I understand the narrative. So
yeah, I don't care. But if you mumble out you the greatest of all time, and then it come out that you had ghostwriters. I don't know if y'all seen the interview with Styles and the Locks, and he said something. He's like, just imagine in 1997 if somebody came out and had a reference track that Jay-Z used. People would have lost their mind. And Jay-Z would have been out of the game. That's how things change now. You know what I'm saying? You'd have been out of the game. But now everybody
podcast where I was reviewing some stuff, and the guy said it's unfair sometimes when people have a ghostwriting team, because when you're going against somebody, it's 10 minds against one.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're sitting here and Shad and Herc are they got a rap war where they got a beef going on back and forth, and y'all doing diss tracks back and forth. Shad coming at all 10 of y'all going at Shad. It's not the same. It's not a fair game because you got extra people coming in with you. Come out your own mind.
Hold up.
You know where I'm going with this, right? You know what I'm going with this.
Hence to why
we go with it. This is why Nas is the GOAT. This is why Nas is the GOAT. This is why Nas is the GOAT. Jay-Z had a whole squad.
Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. Bro, I'm glad
Jay-Z had a whole squad.
To say you're right.
Yeah, Jay-Z had a whole squad that he could spar with. Nas ain't had nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that shot. If you rewind back 7 years prior, he told you, I dolo, challenging your team for solo. You must be bugging out.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't hear nobody say I wrote for Nas.
Yeah. You
don't hear nobody say I wrote for Nas. You hear somebody say they wrote for Sky Zoo has written for Jay-Z. Sky Zoo has written for Jay-Z.
Just tell me somebody that wrote for Nas.
He gave Nas a line, man. He gave him a line. But you right, but Chris, you right. That's why in that same interview you had with Sci-Hi was talking about how Kanye got a team of writers, and he basically said Kanye is competing to win album of the year. He's not competing to win rap album of the year. You feel what I'm saying? He's like in other genres of music, they got so many people working on albums and all this stuff. So Kanye's trying to compete to win overall album of the year. You understand?
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't place him in necessarily in a genre of hip hop. That's why I was saying he's our Prince. You know, he can pretty much step where he wants to. His talent is bottomless. He showed that. Like my whole thing is, I think Kanye's innocence is aided by the fact that he was genuinely tell you, I'm not a tough guy. You see what I'm saying? So we allow him to get away with shit because it ain't like he came out here telling me he hitting you with pistols and all that. He told you like, yo, he's an asshole. Alicia Keys tried to talk to him. We've been saying the asshole. You see what I'm saying? But we getting great music from this. It's like an Antonio Brown. but not as detriment to the industry.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, what Southern rappers are notorious for having a ghostwriter, and then others who don't have a ghostwriter? Because
I don't know if y'all consider him, but Jermaine Dupri. I don't know if y'all
definitely has ghostwriters.
I don't know if y'all consider him a
rapper?
mogul, a rapper, or a
He's
producer.
more of a producer than a mogul than I would say a rapper.
T.I. wrote for Bow Wow, for instance,
everybody,
or whatever.
Everybody wrote for Bow Wow. Fab.
Word.
Everybody wrote for Bow Wow. Southern rappers. You know what?
It ain't like that. Us Southern niggas don't bite too much. Us Southern niggas don't bite too much.
I haven't heard about Jeezy. I've
T.I.
never heard anyone say Andre had a ghostwriter. I don't hear it.
What? Andre 3000?
I've never heard anyone say that Andre had a ghostwriter.
Oh, okay. Something Southern guys don't.
You had me nervous.
I will give you that. I will give you that. I never really heard of a Southern rapper having a ghostwriter.
Snoop admitted that he's had them, but I've never heard when they talk ghostwriters. I've never heard them say, "Well, T.I. has a ghostwriter, Jeezy has a ghostwriter." I've never heard Andre had a ghostwriter. Never heard that Big Boy had a ghostwriter. Now I know that Left Eye, she's a great female artist. Left Eye, they said has had one before, but I don't hear it on the men. I don't give it to me. I know that L Boogie has had them. I don't want to hear it. We ain't arguing about that today. Okay.
I can't think of nobody. Honestly, I really can't. I mean, except the Wayne allegations. You know what I'm saying? If somebody just said Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne ain't Southern. Nah, we talking about Alabama on over, Virginia on down.
Of this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, that's if you could just move it over a little bit, you realize he ain't even with us.
You don't hear Young Dolph had one. You just don't hear a lot on some people.
You gotta be thinking on that.
Give me a Southern rapper, not Wayne, not anyone that's but that has had one. I haven't heard it.
You ain't gonna hear it. We different dudes.
I haven't heard it.
Sweet Jesus was different.
Says, it goes back to when Andre said the South got something to say. Them boys came out and they was just raw and uncut with it.
And a lot of Southern music started independently, so they wasn't really, I ain't gonna say backed by a label.
Respected.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of New York artists and stuff like that signed to a label, right? Like Def Jam got a lot of artists, right? So if this artist having trouble writing for a song, they might get somebody else to write for him. You feel what I'm saying? That's what happened. I don't know if y'all remember when Joe Budden was beefing with Method Man and Wu-Tang, and Method Man. Yeah, Method Man thought that Joe Budden's angle was that Def Jam had asked him to ghostwrite a song for him. They asked Joe Budden to write a song for him, so that's where Method Man thought the beef was coming from. So when you under an umbrella like that, just like Lil' Kim was on Atlantic, T.I. wrote a lot of her songs. You feel what I'm saying? Like that, when you on the same label with somebody and you having problems writing, they'll get somebody from that label to write for you. Southern artists came in like independently, Cash Money. They came in independently. They was making their own. They had their own sound in music. They wasn't chasing hits. You understand what I'm saying? So that's probably another reason why a lot of Southern artists don't never use ghostwriter. I ain't gonna say never use because we don't know, but for the most part.
That's my thing is this. I have no problem with that. But its own style, it wasn't a hit chaser, because when you talk about people's top tens, when you talk about how music is, we do not give the South the credit that they need to have. And them boys' originality is amazing.
Yeah.
The right ones get the credit they're supposed to get.
The right ones, yeah.
I mean, nobody sleeps on 3000 or Big Boy. They don't sleep on Jeezy or T.I. I mean, yeah, I think that nigga don't get no credit, but I mean,
I think Big Boy is slept on. I'm talking about the.
That's because
I'm talking about the sci-highs. Y'all,
see.
He's sitting up.
Sci-hi, I can listen to sci-hi rap all day long.
Oh man,
all day long.
That boy reactions been getting to me today.
Bruh, Saha, that's who write most of Kanye stuff. Like, man, Saha so dope, man. If y'all don't listen to
Chris,
him,
no dope on Sundays.
man, Saha so dope.
We got a gem out there that doesn't get enough credit. He came out like a groundhog and he went back in, but he used Def Jam for his publishing. Big Crit is better than a lot of cats, a lot of mainstream cats. I'm talking about as far as lyric, as far as construction of an album and production.
Yeah, he do all that.
Hear a lot. Ludacris is silly. A lot of people can't fuck with Ludacris lyrically.
They cannot. That's wordplay.
Ludacris can rap, man. I'm talking about rap.
Nice. Luda's nice.
Luda is nice. Trick, the Trick Daddy Book of Thugs, AK Verse 47. That whole album was nice. The lyrical content, I don't think it's more so. We got a different story. We got a different rhythm. If it makes sense, like no matter what New Yorkers say, a lot of New Yorkers are from the South. That rhythm is hearing us. It's a boogie. You see what I'm saying? It's a walk. It's a stare.
I think it's when New York rappers, whether the golden age it was more so of how they put words together. You understand what I'm saying? Like Southern rappers is more straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It's no trying to figure this out. You feel what I'm saying? Like what this means. It's just straightforward. You know
like
what I'm saying?
Fab is notorious for double entendres. He has a way of flipping stuff around, and when you're hearing, you're like, "Ooh, okay, so I can see that." The South gonna put it. Well, Andre is gonna paint you a picture that make you go back and go, "Okay, I caught it." Like when he says everybody wants to be a star, he'd rather be a comet. He's gonna be different, but you got to go back and listen to catch some of that stuff that he throws out there. Another piece of it is though, when we're talking about ghostwriters, that kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. It's just like athletes. You got somebody in this world that was a better basketball player than Jordan, but he didn't have that platform. These writers, you're going to have people who are better lyricists than some of the people we put in our top 10, but they're not stars. So they don't get the platform to show those abilities. Well, is it bad that you have ghostwriters because it gives people who don't have the platform a chance to get their words known?
Y'all jump on that first. I want to come in on the back end of that.
I'm about to say, is it bad? It's not bad because somebody's getting paid. They ain't got to be in the streets. You getting good music for the most part. It just, like I said, if you claiming to be top 10 and you got a ghostwriter, that's when it becomes bad. That's when it becomes the problem. That's when it becomes the problem.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
What's that, bro?
It's got to be self-proclaimed top 10. Like if I put Jadakiss in my top 10, a lot of the world don't. He say top 5 dead or alive, so never mind. But he is. That nigga don't have a ghostwriter.
He don't. He just a ghostwriter.
That's what I'm saying. He don't have. He's top 5 dead or alive. I'm just
So having a ghostwriter is like an athlete being on steroids. You got help.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
That's exactly how it is.
Let me tell you. Let me give you a good example. He was supposed to be better, but I don't know if this kid was more appealing. Barry Bonds, before the steroid allegations, was a Hall of Famer already. He came out of Mississippi State to be a Hall of Famer. But the steroid allegations against him just got you like, Ken Griffey Jr. never had allegations. 636 home runs his whole career. And you're thinking like, well, damn, what if Ken would have took one steroid shot? Where would he be? Because his numbers are just as good as Barry. Before the steroid.
And then Ken got hurt. Remember?
And Ken got hurt when he came back. He hit 38 home runs for Cincinnati. Remember?
Yeah, he got hurt.
So my thing is like, I don't want. That's the only thing. Like even with the Jay-Z stuff, if I go on YouTube and find a video of you 6 minutes with other people's lyrics, that ain't ghostwriting, man. That's just plain stealing. Not to say you're not nice, but you're not nice enough to claim that fucking title. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think he's nice. Jay is nice as hell. And I have a problem with people today. If you don't agree with him, you automatically hate him. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's nice, but I just showed you a video of 8 minutes where he's biting everybody.
6 to 8. It's gonna be 12 in a minute.
6. It went from 6 to 8.
I got a 72-minute video of him biting.
You know what? I didn't want to say it, but if you accumulate all of them, hell yeah. 78 hours.
I mean, Jay,
He
I
just
don't know.
stealing.
Jay is smart though.
He is.
He used that to when the allegations came out or whatever. He used that to his advantage. He's like, he bigging up his brother. You know what I'm saying? He's saying stuff like that to make you forget about it, even though he's biting other people, taking people's lines. But at the same time, a lot of rappers do that. Not as much as him.
That's all I'm saying. But nobody claims to be the GOAT as much as him.
I got you.
Nobody claims to be the GOAT. God MC, much as him. Sauce Money wrote a lot of big Jay-Z shit. Sauce Money wrote a lot of big Jay-Z joints.
Lil Wayne said the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. I mean, they both claim to be the greatest.
And he followed the best rapper. He bite people's shit and get ghostwriters.
He followed in Jay trails. Jay nice to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jay nice. Like, I can't.
Jay's nice as hell. Jay, it ain't too many messing with Jay. But when you come to this God MC, I'm the GOAT, and I know who done tore a hole in your ass.
I got a question for y'all. How y'all feel about people having ghostwriters, but also ghostwriting for other people?
That happens.
Them the ones you gotta watch out for.
Like Drake done wrote. Hold on. Drake done wrote for Kanye before, and Kanye done wrote for Drake before. So like that kind of like throws me off. Like, why do you have ghostwriters if you write for other people?
Because I gave him a vision and he could put it down better than I could. What I was trying to say wasn't coming out right. You just put it in a different perspective. Like, you know what? I like how that sounds. That's the only thing I can give you. I don't know if that's the truth.
It just confuses me.
Use your own creative genius on your own stuff if you got it to give to somebody else.
Yeah.
Or does me giving you and you giving me back cancel us out?
Yeah, it just confuses me. Like, why? If I can write songs for other people, I write my own songs. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
it's like you being praised for being faithful, but I know you cheating on 3 other women, man, and you want me to sit here and say you're the most faithful cat in the world. Like, no, you're not, bro. And I'm not gonna bring your business out there, but you and I know what's going on.
You will
like,
not
talk
about Steve Harvey on this daggone thing.
I'm not about to become Steve Harvey, but I ain't gonna let somebody that's cheating on hip hop sell me a CD and say I'm the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. I just don't believe it. But if you're writing for somebody and somebody's writing for you, man, that sounds like I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That's an entanglement. That's an entanglement.
That might be an entanglement.
Like,
that's
I don't
entanglement.
Yeah, I don't understand it, bro.
That's a conflict of interest. That's a breach of contract.
Will Smith
so hold on. Drake and Kanye have really written whole songs for each other?
Yeah, Drake wrote Drake wrote that song Yikes. That's on the one that had the 7 songs on it.
Song, isn't it?
Nah, it's on Kanye album when he was doing the 7 song joints.
Oh,
Drake wrote a song on there, and Kanye then wrote, and then they turn around and be beefing. Like, that's wild, bro.
Shot, I'm about to do my hat like yours, Shot.
Y'all got a T.I. hat?
Yeah.
T.I. hat like that day. It's like T.I. hat like that.
Okay, let me ask y'all about this. With the ghostwriting thing. How y'all feel about rappers or anybody taking a payment to ghostwrite up front and then don't worry about getting paid on the back end, or getting your names put in the credit and getting your residuals down the line?
So
I mean, that's good business.
I got with a little bit because I thought
either way it's good business. If I'm getting paid in the front or back, I got paid for my work.
Yeah,
if I know I'm a ghostwriter, that's good business. If I'm claiming to be the God MC, I hope you don't find out.
Because if I get $50,000 for a song and it becomes Billboard top hit for umpteen weeks, you make millions off of it for years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's you. But I'm sitting here with 50. So I mean, I'm writing for people, but I'm making people millionaires, and I'm a thousandaire. Because if I get 50,000, I still got a regular job.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you, but ask my man who made the design for Nike, how he feel about that. Like my whole thing is at the time it was good business. He had no idea what Nike was gonna be. But for those that say, you know what, keep that logo, just give me like they did Magic Johnson, give me $1 off each shoe. That's good business. I can't be mad at that.
In this era right now of TikToks, where your stuff can skyrocket and you get money a million different ways, I wouldn't do an upfront payment. I need an upfront.
Yeah, but they go both ways though, because I can pay 50 up front and the song won't do shit. Just because the 4 of us thought the shit was good, the other million people, man, that shit is trash. And it don't sell a fucking but 10 units. Little Rue song, nasty song. To the South, nigga, that's a fucking hit. But the rest of the album, you ain't getting no money off of that shit. So let me get my 50 grand up front for that song because the rest of the album ain't bringing in no millions.
I ain't speaking on that, but
I'm just saying though, the nigga who helped write that song got his money up front. The rest of your album ain't do shit, bro. You ain't making millions.
There's about 13 people that helped get money off that album.
I'm gonna stay away from that. I love all my Carolina artists.
I'm gonna stay away from that one, but I heard everybody wrote a bar piece. The way that money was
I'm gonna stay away from that one.
So you didn't get 50K, you got 1,000 to keep on popping.
Yeah,
that's just a flick of the coin right there. Either I can get paid up front and miss out on money, or I can get paid out front and they didn't make nothing on the back end.
Yeah,
that's how you feel when you're in the studio.
So let me take it a bit deeper. What's one song you know for sure was ghost written, but you can't stay away from it? Boom.
From a top 10 or just anybody?
No, not just like from a top 10. You're right, from a top 10. A unanimous top 10 for sure.
You got to go first with this one, brother.
Yeah, you got to go first, her. I don't know.
You got to go first with that because I got to think about that.
Yeah, I got to think about that.
What y'all got to think about, y'all hip hop heads? What they told me I was dealing with professionals.
Because I don't know.
You talking about from a top 10 artist that I got in the top 10? I can't
you
do
go
that.
Dre been there. You go Dre been there. I don't care, but I'm just asking. Dre
okay.
Like songs that made it mainstream that you know for sure, or heard a peak of somebody else wrote it, but it's still in your playlist. It still gets credit.
Lil Wayne is the whole damn guy. He stays in rotation.
Thank you, Chris. Name the obvious. Go ahead.
That's how you look a beat bill, bitch.
Snoop. Because Hov wrote that Still Dre for him and Dr. Dre, but Snoop still one of the top best lyricists to me.
What? Snoop ain't been a top lyricist since Doggy Style.
Yeah, man,
just top lyricist. He wasn't the top lyricist. He was top swag.
Snoop gets busy when he wants to get busy.
That blue carpet treatment was dope, though.
Hey, Dad from the Ricks Boys.
My baby's watching.
Yeah. I would say
that's their way of telling me to bring my ass to the pool. You know,
I'm gonna say it ain't a great song, but I'm gonna say Lil' Kim Crush on You. And Herc, I'm pretty sure you know the story behind that. I know you know the story behind that.
Yes, I want to hear you because I got another Lil' Kim song.
Lil' Kim will Crush on You. Actually, it was Lil C's song first, and they just put it. Right. They just put it on the album, and Lil C thought Mace wrote the song. And actually, Cameron wrote the song.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mace gave Cameron like 5,000, but Cameron ain't getting no more money off it though. He just got that up front.
Your stock is rising, number 2. You're now level 3.
Yeah. But yeah.
Because Kim is on a remix of Crush on You, and I know she ain't write her stuff on that, but it took off, and it's still today one of the best jams played.
When that song
joint is Queen B. I can pull you up. Biggie,
you can pull the reference track.
Verse for Lil' Kim.
He did the reference track. He was rapping like a chick.
Exactly. He showed Lil' Kim like, this is how you gonna rap this. And Lil' Kim rapped it verbatim how it was. And a lot of people don't know it, but if I pull this Biggie track up, he's gonna rap the whole song for Lil' Kim and lay it down.
Yep, he rapped the whole song.
But Biggie was ghostwriting for the whole Junior Mafia. Because you imagine one guy writing for 7 people?
He wrote the whole Junior Mafia. He wrote the whole Junior Mafia album. Steve said something about Lil' Kim ghostwriting for him. I don't know how. I don't know.
Nah, I believe that. You heard? Hey, remember Fox Sean told you chicks only nice around mics like Biggie.
Like Pippen.
Like Pippen. Remember that?
Yeah,
It was a direct line to Kim. You only nice around mics like Pippen. Like if Mike ain't around, you can't do nothing. If Big ain't around, you can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing. You're right. Y'all think Nikki got ghostwriters?
Yes.
She say she don't. You think she got it?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Thank God for sex appeal because Rhapsody will run 2 holes around her and the hole through her.
Yeah.
Quick.
I give you that.
Quick.
I be trying to think who got ghostwriters nowadays because the music to me, like what I hear, doesn't need ghostwriters. Like
you trash don't need ghostwriters. Say it, Sean.
Yeah,
say it, Sean.
like I mean, it's just everybody sound the same to me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
he can't stand them. He can't stand these new people. They all sound the same. You don't need a ghostwriter for some of this stuff out now.
Yeah, my cousin was laughing at me because I don't know no rappers under 30.
Listen, I was laughing at Herc because when I read Herc's list about the thing when the rapper he picked all the emojis.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, like under 30. I don't know.
My son might be a rapper in this room. I don't even know right now. My son may be talking right now. I don't know.
Right now.
All right. What if you found out somebody in your top 10 right now had ghostwriters? How would you feel?
It wouldn't change my top 10.
And that's what I was saying. It depends on how much material and how much cheek does it lay in the armor. If I find out right now, Nas got a ghostwriter on at least 5 songs, I'm talking out of a 11 album catalog.
It's gonna be hurt.
Man, I ain't coming outside for like a week.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm be messed up because as much as I parade for Nas, bro, I'll be hurt.
I'll be hurt. If they say Kiss got a ghostwriter, I might cry. I might shed 1 tear or 2. I ain't gonna lie.
Kiss got a ghostwriter?
No,
if they said that.
If they said that.
If they said Kiss had a ghostwriter.
I don't know how true this is. You know, this is a rumor saying that Styles wrote his last verse on Show Discipline, the song with Nas, right?
He wrote Nas verse? Oh, you just Kiss?
No, they saying Styles was supposed to be on that song, and the last verse on the song, Jadakiss' last verse, they say Styles wrote it. Styles' name is in the writer's credits, but I don't know how true. You know what I'm saying?
They both have written a verse and they like Jada's better. That's what I heard. I don't know. I heard they have both written one.
That leaves me on the fence of being fickle because those are 2 guys probably bounce off each other bar for bar.
Yeah,
and that's hard.
They had a lot of cross ghostwriting amongst them. And they all wrote different things. Was it Cube that was doing a lot with NWA? So like Easy couldn't rap.
Yeah.
So and DOC did a lot of stuff. Ray talks about that. So is it if we because I think that somebody wrote for Silk the Shocker. I don't think he could rap. I think he sucked.
Nobody
can rap like that.
Shocker. And if anybody wrote for Silk the Shocker, that the contract that they had is ran out.
And Silk the Shocker was the one they put the money behind. Like he was
exactly, and that's shocking. And that's shocking.
You know what I'm saying? So nah, nobody was writing for him, man.
So listen, he is the epitome of take your brother with you. But it doesn't count. They did take your brother, Percy. But what happens when it is somebody like if Herc worked with me and Herc are in the same group and we do it? Is it the same? Is it a ghostwriting situation?
No, because Silk is not even listed in the top 100 rappers. Not being funny. It only gets personal when it gets to that top 10 or that self-proclaimed I'm the GOAT. Okay. Like that's me.
Nah. I think she's saying if me and you was in a group, Herc, and we cross-referenced each other, like Styles and Jada, Mike, I'm not allegedly like Styles. They say Styles wrote that verse. Is that okay if Jada used it?
That's why I say it's hard.
Yeah,
because we bounce off each other for so many years, and that's what we've been known to do. Neither one of us is solo. We came in as, we bounce off each other. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going back to my guy. If Nas and AZ swapped a few bars, because
Yeah.
they're so similar in their style that,
Yeah.
and they're so tight in their flow that it's understood. But when you're standing by yourself and you come back with a different rap pattern, that's where
I got you.
I have a. Because some people could be writing for some people, and some people will rap it just how that artist that wrote it raps.
And you
And
can
be like,
tell.
oh, son of a bitch did that. Example
yep,
again,
you can
Bow
tell.
Wow presses our ears.
Yep.
He's like, that's not like T.I. That sounds just like T.I.
Yep.
Yeah,
So like,
it sounds just like T.I. I do remember that.
Yeah,
that's better. You remember Soulja Boy Digital? That sounds like Gucci Man. And Gucci Man's in the song digital, everything digital. Like, damn, that sounds like a Gucci Man hook. You feel what I'm saying? So like, when you help build me to who I am, we 17 years old, and we're sparring bar for bar. We're sharper than our swords, as Wu-Tang would say. I don't know how much I took from you or you took from me, but we're not self-proclaiming to be goats. We only claim to be the hardest from the streets.
Method Man's not coming out there rapping like ODB, and ODB ain't coming out there sounding like Method Man.
That's all I'm saying. That's what made Wu-Tang so good.
Yeah, Jada said he top 5 dead or alive though.
And he is.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe Jada got ghostwriter. I don't believe that.
You know only ghostwriter I'm allowing Jada to have is Style and Chic. Only no ghostwriter I'm allowing Nas to have is AZ or Connect.
So did the entire Dipset have ghostwriters? I asked because they didn't know their words in the verses.
Well, Jim Jones probably got ghostwriters.
You being messy.
I have a question.
But you know, when Jim Jones first with the balling and all that, Max B used to write his songs.
Max B wrote all of Jim shit.
Yeah,
that's why Jim ain't been popping because Max blocked up.
Yeah, Max B used to write all Jim Jones songs.
See,
Public Domain, you know, Public Domain, $1 Million Baby, We Got Dope. Max is telling you this.
Yeah, but
I got emergency cake. He said, "Watch your career come to emergency break," because he was telling like, "Man, I'm gonna stop everything from you." So but like, when you got a ghostwriter, it's dangerous.
Yeah, but it's different, Crystal. When you was watching that verses, it's different. The Locks been rapping since they've been young. The Dipset, only one that was a rapper was Cam. Jews and Jim Jones are not rappers, so that's why they didn't know their words.
Jewels is part of another group. It was something. Remember the old group called the Youngsters? They were similar like that. Jim Jones was Cam's like Do Boy. If you go back and look at the video, let me know. That's Jim Jones with the bows on the end of his braids, looking dirty and dingy. He's still dirty and dingy, but he was a flunky. But Jewel was actually rapping.
Yeah, like they wasn't
flunky.
That's why Jada was able to go up there and do what he did. Like, this is New York. We rap up here.
He did. You know That's exactly what he said. This is not that. This is this. It makes sense.
That's all I got for you.
It's rap.
What top 10 song by a ghostwriter that you can't get rid of? The question you asked us. What top 10 song that you knew was ghostwritten, but you still play it like it's the shit?
Oh, I like Jazzy Hope by Jermaine Dupri with A-Ball MJG. It was written by Mr. Black from Burnswood, Columbia, South Carolina, 29223.
I forgot Mr.
Oh, Claire. You know, but I ain't mean to shamelessly plug that. But I like that.
I forgot Mr. Black was down with So Def.
That entire album.
But Sean, you know who else is the gym in that So Def camp? You remember a cat from New Jersey named Rock?
Rock.
He sounded like Jay.
Sounded a bit like Jay.
Yeah.
That's when 1472 was popping. That was Rock. Rock was live that stuff.
Okay.
Look at if you can look at the So Def, the Basement freestyle, and Rock is on it. He kills it.
That entire album, Jermaine Dupri, he still got one. That's when I realized that Mace wasn't nothing to play with. He You Get Dealt With, the one he had with Kim and them on it.
Now I know you heard my lazy flow, but now you get my crazy flow.
This shit maybe go did again or maybe more.
Mace nice. He just, I don't know. Mace just confused. He want to come out every one.
Pride. That's how when I ain't fucking with my money's like fucking with my pride. Is that how it went?
Things in life that you
Fucking
just
with my dough is
don't
like
mess with.
fucking with my high, and fucking with my hoe is like fucking with my pride.
Yeah.
Two things in life that you just don't mess with.
Act like
Yeah.
a trick is like a trick you get dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
that's one song. No matter what, I know Jermaine didn't write it.
All right,
It just
I'm
hits me.
gonna mess your head up right now. Did you know that Havoc used to write for Prodigy when they first came out?
It don't surprise me.
That don't surprise me. Havoc's a producer though. It don't surprise me to know some producers, like you said earlier, they throw it off on artists to say, "I want you to rap like this." That's why Dre's so good. Dre just don't have the appeal of stage presence in a way. Does that make sense?
But it shocked me when I found that out because Prodigy got so much better than Havoc. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, what? Havoc used to write for Prodigy?
Yeah.
So where was P? Where was P on your list? You don't have to be top 10. Is he in top what? Where's P?
Prodigy probably in my top 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in your top 15, Hurt?
Yeah.
Prodigy, it was a span from
he
like
was one time top 5.
Yeah, I'm about to say
he was top 5 one time.
I was arguing with some people on Facebook about that about a year ago. I was like, y'all must don't remember that period of time between 96 and 99 with like he was killing.
That's why he came out with I Keep It Thorough. You know what I'm saying? On the TV, that's fucking crazy. Pain in the ass, fuck you, pay me. I keep it thorough, nigga.
Yeah, like it was a time he was that dude.
Bro, when he came out with Quiet Storm, I put my lifetime in between. No, it's time. We need this album. And then to do Lil' Kim in the remix.
Yep.
I like the original better though. When he in it by himself.
Yeah,
I agree. The remix is nice, but the Quiet Storm by himself is when I realized he became top 10 at that point.
Yeah.
Infamous First Infantry, First Edition, First Mission.
And that was the breakdown of the albums. That's crazy. Crystal, I got a question for you. How do you feel about, well, you don't care, but I was about to say, how you feel about the female aspect with ghostwriting?
I believe a lot of females had a whole bunch of ghostwriters. So the female top 10 list is not debated based off if she had a ghostwriter or not. Because Left Eye will always remain in my top 10 of females. And we know she had ghostwriters. El Boogie had ghostwriters. Now, there are females who I think that didn't, but our list doesn't have that like the male list does.
But they rappers, should they be able to the same standard?
Hold on, you said El Boogie had ghostwriters?
Yeah, she did.
Word?
How did
I
surprise you if I told you Rod Digger was a ghostwriter for El Boogie?
Rod Digger? No, that wouldn't surprise me.
No,
that
Rod Digger's nice. Rod Digger's nice.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I had to dig in some research and do some stuff.
That wouldn't surprise me.
This, and when I dug into it,
that
a lot
surprise
of people had ghostwriters, and I'm like, dang.
That's because
go back to the score and listen to Cowboys, and you can tell.
Yeah, they're going back and forth. Lauren Hill. Yeah, Lauren Hill's style so different. It
is.
So
I don't want to say that she, based off your definition, did somebody ever write her whole 16? Probably not. But she's had help. She's had shut up. She had help.
Yo, Sean, Ian hates this, but Lauren said, "Give me some Gore-Tex and sweats. I make tracks like I'm homeless."
What? Yo, I be listening to the score. I be like, in that period of time, Lauren would have ate some dudes up.
This comes back to the if I don't agree with you, you think I don't think she's nice. Lauren is nice, but I got 10 male rappers that are nicer than her. I'm not saying she's not nice. El Boogie is nice, especially for the female. She is tip top. But nigga, she's not a better rapper than Big Boy. And a lot of niggas don't have Big Boy in their top 10. She's not a better rapper than Big Boy.
Shots fired. Let me tell you something. First of all, we're not doing this. We have 54 minutes. Herc has to go play putt-putt, and you're gonna come off Lauren Hill. Okay?
They haven't knocked at the door yet, so I'm still good. Hold up, y'all in there?
They might be.
In there yet. I'm good.
I'm about to say, oh man. Big Boy, Big Boy and Lauren. I give it to Big Boy just because the body of work.
I had to be honest when it was presented to me. I give it to Big Boy. I would still, but I also had to give the truth is that we don't give Big Boy the flowers he deserves because Dre is so
Big Boy handicap
different that you're like, wow, but Big Boy is a monster in everything when you go back and listen to what he does.
He's handicapped. It's sort of like Jada and Styles. Like Styles is stupid nice, but he's handicapped because he's with Jada. You know what I'm saying? It's almost
no
the same
different from AZ and Nas. We don't get enough from AZ because he's sitting beside a Nas.
Yeah.
It's some,
do you know AZ was going to sign with Rockefeller? You remember that? You remember that?
I don't.
It was like it was almost around the time when Jay-Z and Nas started beefing. Jay-Z tried to sign him, but AZ didn't do it because of loyalty. You know how Jay-Z was trying to play chess.
Yeah.
Basically. You know what I'm saying?
You better have her go over there. He gonna Google it.
There's certain people listen to their credibility is good. Shot is one of those.
Well, we wrapping up to the end, Herc. We know you on vacation. Shaw, you got to get them kids.
Yeah.
You ain't free like me today.
Shaw came to work an hour and 50 minutes.
I was in the parking lot. I was in the parking lot waiting.
Shaw, they said when they came and got you out the car, you had 4 packs of Lunchables.
Yep. But
before we go, I will do what I used to do all the time with Get Hooked. I will give everybody a moment to give your closing remarks. I won't go Maya Angelou on you today, Herc. I promise, okay?
Yeah.
But
Hallmark card.
Hallmark.
I might go Hallmark on you. But I do want to give each of you a chance to give your closing remarks on ghostwriting. I will not lie. Getting prepared for this show and then talking about what we did, I do have an entirely different view on it. I believe it is a very lucrative market. I believe it gives people who who never would have gotten a chance to have that platform a chance to dominate in it. I got a different respect for ghostwriters. So, but I agree with you. You can't be the king if you got to take steroids. So,
yep. I go first. As a ghostwriter, I think you have to have put your ego to the side a lot. Just take the money and get paid because you might want to be in that limelight, but you can't. You understand? Just like Saha, he might want to be in that limelight, but he can't. As far as the top 10 goes, it's the same old thing. If you got wrestling tracks and stuff like that, I personally can't put you in my top 10 because of the work that the other guys put in. It's almost like a cheat code. Like you said, working with a trainer gets shot up with steroids. So if you want to be in that top 10 for me, can't use ghostwriter. Can't make nobody else stuff title. Shy B.
E, I'm gonna put you in there.
Shit. I don't even know how I feel about it no more, to be honest with you. I don't know if I even give a damn. I'm about good music now. I will say if you a rapper and you claiming to be top 10 and nigga writes your whole 16, you got to take a back seat. But if a nigga help you with a hook or a couple bars, like you said, under 5 bars, you good. But anything over that, yeah, you can't be selling you the best and the nigga wrote your whole 16 more than once. That just don't work for me. But I'm really not giving a fuck. I just want good music. And like you said, these niggas under 30, I don't understand what you're saying, so I got to stick with my old heads.
Yep.
Come on in.
I agree with both of y'all. I want to play like the devil's advocate between both. I want to stay neutral. I'm agreeing 50% with you, Shaw, and 50% with N. If you got over 5 bars written, you can't be considered a GOAT. You got 5 bars written on 5 or more songs. It's a very lucrative market, I believe, and I salute the ghostwriters out there that stay discreet and just get their checks. But I got no problem with ghostwriters. I got a problem with the writers and the rappers that claim to be goats or gods, and they got these ghostwriters. So that's why I stayed with that. Other than that, I love hip hop.
It is.
Music is an amazing thing, and I've been saying for the longest that this was a humbling experience. I won't lie. Learning about ghostwriters, learning what they do, learning that there are famous ghostwriters, learning that ghostwriting became a business, and it's been around since the beginning of time, talking about from Rapper's Delight until some of the stuff that we hear today. So it gave me a new respect for it. I don't disrespect it or down it like we used to. So again, it's a part of the hip hop culture. When we told you we were bringing you conversations that suit, we're talking music, we're talking business, we're talking the good, we're talking the bad, we're talking about hits, one hit wonders, you name it, we bring it. So this was an aspect of it that deserved the conversation.
I like that plug just now. That was a good one.
So,
Speaking of plugs, I'm sorry. I'm happy for everybody that showed up to the brunch and bubbly too.
yes,
That was a great experience. Everybody had a good time. Some people still sleeping and eating crackers to take care of the hangover in the proper way. But we will be back June the 4th on top of the rooftop. The squad will be in here, Goodfellas, Metro Certified, Money Earned Through Real Organization, CTS, Conversations that Suit. As Chris said, that's what we're all about. So Brunch and Bubbly Part 2 was great. But CTS is going to be live at Brunch and Bubbly Part 3, and we're going to do it on the rooftop. Shy, they wouldn't let us in the building. Now we're on the rooftop, bro.
I'm about to say,
all white with a splash of color. So you know our splash of color gonna be that red.
That's why I like you. You come back and clean up so well. You should hit fourth in the lineup. I shouldn't even lead off. Throw me down.
Hey, that's a week before my birthday. So I'm coming. I'm popping out.
That's a week before you and Mike's birthday. So you say you're gonna celebrate your party on the rooftop. Hey, everybody give it up for Shoppy. He's celebrating his party on the rooftop with Mike Knight and CTS. And we're gonna have another segment about, I don't know, but let's see.
Talk about the Geminis in the building because I'm June 2nd and we're all gonna be together on June the 4th.
Oh, we lit.
You June 2nd?
Highly excited about that one.
I got applications to be Leos. I give to y'all soon as we close out.
I don't want to be a Leo.
It's a fact. I know. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Leo. I'm gonna live and die at Gemini, but we got a lot of great things coming up. We're about to have some other shows come to you. We're going to interview some fitness instructors and let you know about some local Black leaders and, of course, Black Wall Street, South Carolina with fitness instructors. We're coming to you with a lot more business owners. We will have the Goodfellas on with us in May. We have so many great things to come. We'll be live next week at the Red Rooster Bar and Grill at 7500 Wilson Boulevard. All I'm telling you is tune in and don't miss it every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
She cleaned that thing up good, ain't it, bro?
Good, man. That's good.
All right, I'll check out next week.
All right, you guys be safe. Herc, I hope the boys beat you in pup.
So we appreciate you, bro.
All right, thank y'all for having me on. Anytime y'all talk,
give me some cash shop money if you really care, and help me take care of the little rat.
You coming back? I need you to know that.
Yeah, y'all have me anytime when y'all talking that rap, baby. All right, y'all.
Birthday time, Sean. We got this
Gemini game. Huh?
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, all time, man.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Peace.
Later.